We're 5 weeks away from the draft order being set in stone. Before we get to the official order in the top 10, let's dabble with our friend Monty Ossenford, who hasn't had much to smile about on the old Houston Texans tracker. How about that? Look, Monty's back after a 3-game winning streak for the Houston Texans. Look at that sweet, sweet bald man. Home stretch here. They got the Broncos on the horizon. Hell yeah, Broncos look good. Houston Texans are 6-5, and right now picking 16th in the 2024 NFL Draft. Not terrible, Britain, especially when you consider this. They have the tiebreaker over all the other 6-5 teams because their strength of schedule is ass. So again, we get them around 500. Like, that pick could squarely be, I think I said they were 16th. Buffalo just lost, so right now they are 17th. 17th overall, still not terrible.
Yeah, but I look at that schedule.
Don't look at it. Look it away.
I mean, outside of the Broncos and maybe Cleveland.
Tennessee's not getting swept by Houston, are they? Will Levis?
If you get C.J. Stroud and company like you've seen in the last few weeks, yeah, it's looking grim for the Texas tracker.
Well, here's the thing about Houston losing to Jacksonville today, and Bo and Britain, why that was so critical. Jacksonville wins the division, they automatically host a home game, and their draft pick by a result hopefully is better or is worse. Whereas like Houston would have to go on the road and play a tough team. And like maybe that's Kansas City. So it's like at the end of the day, I think the worst case scenario is like 23-24. I still think, listen.
You can get a good player. It's the first round.
Yeah.
You're going to get a good player either way in the first round.
I think it's going to be middle of the first round. Something tells me we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be like, oh, Houston lost 3 of 5 to end the year, and they're going to be picking like 15th.
Maybe,
I think that's what's going to happen.
But I just don't see them losing 3 out of 5.
I don't want to hear it. I got too much negativity in my life with this team right now.
They got the Jets in there. Come on.
Jets might rally.
Who
Aaron Rodgers on one leg? Could happen.
If not, if he's playing at MetLife Stadium.
That's true. All right, let's get to the soup du jour here. Cardinals, where they picking? Well, the same place they started the day picking. Another loss, another saddle up to the number 2 spot, gentlemen. They lose out. They're picking second overall, assuming Carolina. Carolina would have to win 2 more, not just 1. Carolina would need 2. They're at 1-10 right now, gentlemen. The Cardinals have a tougher strength of schedule. So if Carolina wins 1 of their next 6 games, remember, they have 6 because the Arizona Cardinals have a bye. The Cardinals would still pick second. If Carolina wins 2 of their next 6 games and the Cardinals lose out, the Cardinals will have the first overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. There is nothing that can stop that. The only thing now that can switch it up a little bit, New England Patriots can leapfrog the Arizona Cardinals, I'm being told, on Tankathon's website, if they lose out because of their strength of schedule. Their strength of schedule now is slightly worse because of the fact that Buffalo lost. They're at 539. All that to say, Bo, Britain, I think Cardinals have a date with a top 3 pick. You mentioned that. I feel pretty good about that happening, Bo.
Yeah, and unfortunately, all scenarios, all positions are back on the table. You got to play yourself out of it. Every player on this roster, and that includes number 1, Kyler Murray, right? I mean, if the last 2 weeks didn't happen, I thought after, of course, game 1, the debut, that we could see silence that conversation. But unfortunately, if the status quo in the last 2 weeks of that continue, we're going to start to have to evaluate, take a very close look at this quarterback class, even though those prospects have also kind of fallen on harder times than where they were at the start of the season. So, it's really unfortunate. But look, I mean, a lot can change with better play from the quarterback position.